Hey guys, welcome back. It's Fighter here, and today we're going over the Marvel Insomniac Spider-Man 2 Gamerverse Hasbro Marvel Legend from the Marvel Legends series. And as you can see, comes with 3 pairs of hands, 2 extra pairs of hands, but also a pair on the figure, and it's some black webbing. And that's all this guy comes with. But this is one of the coolest symbiote figures I've seen Marvel Legends do. The articulation's lacking in some ways, I can already tell, and I've heard complaints, but we will go over that. I'm assuming it's with the butterfly joints. Anyways, here's Peter Parker Black Suit from Spider-Man 2, the Gamerverse line. Really cool art shot right there. Let me see if I can just do this. Really cool art shot. And there's the back. Remember, I only have this figure out of the wave. I passed on this one. I was going to buy this one, the Anti-Venom, but because it was blue, I didn't really like it personally, so I passed on it. I might get it later down the road, who knows, but I might get one of these 3 at some point. Anyways, here we go. There's a little picture on the side there if you want to see that. And yeah, without further ado, I'll be back in just a couple seconds, and then this guy will be out of the box, and we'll go over his accessories, show the accessories on the figure, go over the articulation. I'll rate how the figure looks versus the articulation, so that'll be 2 different ratings, and then I'll do a small little comparison, and then I'll let you guys go. Alright guys, and we're back, and here's what we're working with here. Let me draw you guys out just a little bit and zoom you guys in so you guys can really get a glimpse of this figure. Really cool figure. Off the look alone, 10 out of 10. This guy could not have looked any better in my opinion. One of the coolest versions of the symbiotes that I've seen in media, besides comics, obviously, like video game media. Already playing around with the articulation just a little bit here, but this symbiote version of Peter was very mean in the game, and I mean, rightfully so, right? But anyways, getting down to the nitty gritty. Okay, overall look, 10 out of 10. I love this figure. Been waiting for this for a very long time. Hope I get to finally break my fear and finally do a Spider-Man stop motion that's actually a legit stop motion and not just kind of like thrown together like the previous ones that I did from like 1.5 years ago that were like in short form. Anyways though, hopefully I get to do that. I just gotta get out of my comfort zone with the stop motion just a little bit and try to do some more dynamic stuff, which I will do, I promise. But anyways, 10 out of 10 on the look. Let's go over accessories. So he comes with this black web. It's a generic plastic web, which Hasbro could do better, but on their budget they at least gave us the tendrils on it, so you can technically have him wear it right here, like he's shooting. I don't know, you could do it like that. I don't know. There's ways to figure it out. Maybe you could do it like that and it looks like he's shooting the web across or something like that. I don't know. There's ways to figure it out. I think it's supposed to be used on the web shooter hand, but we'll see. Anyways, there's that. Then we have, well, what I just talked about, web shooter hands, and I love the white, how they did the white a little bit differently in the game. I love the video game so much, it's awesome. Well, we got those hands, and then we've got wall crawler hands. So yeah, that's his accessories. Now it's time to go over articulation. So around, it can go up, but that's about as far as you're gonna get. guy doesn't really have butterfly joints. That's about as far as you're going to get, is doing that back and forth. That's the only sucky part. If this guy had butterfly joints, it would have been much better. I swear. It really would have. You could do poses like that. You can still have him like do certain poses and stuff. The ab crunch is not bad. I like the ab crunch a lot. But this version of Peter is really violent, very dark when he gets the symbiote. So you can definitely see the look. He needs a look where his eyes are a bit more squinted, but that's okay. Overall, this is really good, and I love the look of this. So articulation's alright. Just the butterfly joints. What are you doing, Hasbro? You should have gave him. You should have gave him the butterfly joints. I mean, you did it. You did it with the normal suit. Really good shot right there. That might be the thumbnail. Just depends. But yeah, so we got that. Obviously, you can bend, you can twist. Do the same thing on this side. Bend as well. Have them ready to go. Maybe that be the thumbnail. I'm definitely gonna play around with the thumbnail idea. With the idea of the thumbnail. Pretty cool. For leg articulation, you can get some really dynamic poses. Look at the detail of the symbiote. I love how they did it. It could have been a little bit better. I hope Mayfix does one of these. I know it'll be like 2027 before we see it, but or later, but I would still buy it. There's articulation there. Come on, you can get this in this pose. Yeah, I like that. That's kind of what I was going for. I wish Marvel Legends / Hasbro would make a Kraven from Marvel Spider-Man 2 or a Lizard or both. Kraven and Lizard at least would be really cool. Maybe give Harry the Flash Thompson treatment and give him a head where the Venom symbiote kind of comes around his face, like the tendrils around his face. Like you can see his face, but the tendrils be around. So that would be really cool if they did that too. And I love the attention to detail on the mask. Really neat with the Spider-Man. But yeah, there's articulation. He's got the toe joints. And yeah, he's got the knee bend. Obviously, he can go out, like you guys seen. He can kick up. And kick up on that side as well. So yeah, that basically does it for articulation. And if you guys want to see the other hands, which I can do. First, I want to do the wall crawler hands. That's what those look like. If you want to put them into action, you could like, you know, have them like, I don't know. That'd be kind of cool. Have him look on the wall like that, and then swoop down. Maybe have him on the floor in a cool pose or something. I'll figure something out. There we go. Well, if it'll let me. There we go. Also, another cool pose that could be used as a thumbnail. Anyways, there's that. Pull his hands off, put his other hands on. Can do like that. Actually, instead of that, you can have them be like that. Anyways. Another cool little pose. Let me try to put his tendril on there and see how well it works. This is about the best I'm gonna get right there with the web slinging. I still showed you guys kind of how it looks. I recommend this figure, but if you're going for ultimate articulation, you might have to go in there and customize the butterfly joints. This is really cool though. I really love this. Kind of digging that. Just takes a little bit of effort to get it to stay on there. I just put the web shooter hand through the little web of the loop. Like there's a loop in the web piece that you can use there. But since this is the last figure, I'm going to give Spider-Man back his hands, fisted hands. And I did tell you guys, when I get to the last figure of the Gamerverse Spider-Man stuff that I have, that I would show you all of them that I have. So first, we're going to have Spider-Man. By the way, on the articulation, like I said, I think I gave it like 8.5 on that. But going next I'm going to include all of the Gamerverse Spider-Man. But before that, here's a little small comparison of the non-symbiote version of the Spider-Man PS5 suit and then the symbiote version. And there you go, there's a little bit of a comparison, them side by side. And now, next, we're going to have, I really gotta try to do something about this light because it's a little too bright. Yeah, there we go, that's way better. That's just with one light, barely illuminating. I mean, that's like way better though. But besides the point, you want to see all the figures. I got a little bit distracted. This video might be a little bit longer, only because I'm going to show off all of them together. I could have just done one big video, but I didn't want to bore you guys, like, you know, be boring, so I decided to do it this way. There's Black Cat. Then next we have Ghost Spider, and last but certainly not least, probably the best figure in the whole hurrah, is this guy. Yeah, there we go. There's all of the Gamerverse Spider-Man figures that I have. I also have Miles Morales. Can't forget him. Just don't know where he's at the moment. But you guys have seen him on the channel or over on my Instagram before. So there you go, guys. There's all the figures. Might even just do this as the thumbnail. But alright, guys, you know the drill. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like. If you're not already subscribed and you enjoy what you see on this channel, I would greatly appreciate if you subscribe to the channel. And if you're so kind and willing, share it with a friend or family member or somebody that likes figure unboxings, reviews, or if you're more into the stop motion stuff that I do, you know, maybe check that out. Just know that most of the stop motion stuff I do is for teenagers or mature audiences or older, so just be aware of that. But yeah, here's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you're picking any of these up, but especially this guy, because that's the main guy that this video was about. But anyhow, I will be dropping these videos over a period of time, at least one a week. So be prepared for that. Thanks for tuning in. This is Fighter Figs signing off.